All right, we're back. Me and Dylan. We're talking about Aquaman, San Diego Comic Con. It's coming.
Yeah, they confirmed that there will be an Aquaman trailer at San Diego Comic Con. I think they confirmed Shazam on. I don't remember.
They're trying to bring some footage, maybe,
Yeah,
and maybe even Wonder Woman.
that would be cool. But
So,
yeah, at least Aquaman is confirmed.
but we're
Trailer
doing
for
the
that.
Aquaman right now.
Oh damn! I thought of another thing we should talk about. It's whatever though.
We'll if we get to, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Um,
Actually, maybe just quick. It's a yes or no question.
okay.
Do you think all the CGI for the trailer is done?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
They waited too long. It's too close. October.
I think
It's October.
I think they learned from their mistakes, and all the CGI is finished.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think James Wan was totally involved there.
Yeah, I think he was like, I don't want to show anything till all my CGI is done.
And we'll get to James Wan, but we're going to kick this one off.
Yeah.
Where are the characters at the beginning?
At the beginning of the movie, where do our characters stand?
Aquaman. It takes place after Justice League, right?
Yeah.
I heard he's still not wanting to be a hero.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of chilling, doing his own thing, kind of rogue, kind of just hanging out, seeing what's going on, just living his life, drinking his booze, like
I'm so
for someone who's in such good shape, like he drinks a lot. Like I wish I could drink that much and look that good.
I wish they would have included the whiskey scene in Justice League so badly.
I wonder if he can get drunk. Well, he's half human. Anyways.
But oh man, I love the redoing of Aquaman. He's a badass now. Like that's the only way to put it.
I like that they changed the look. He doesn't look like, the weird gentleman, like very courteous. Like that was just his look. He just looked very gentlemanly and courteous and like clean cut. I like this rugged style.
Yeah.
But where does he start at the beginning of the film? Probably just chilling. I think he's just kind of laying low.
And then I think Volko, if I said that,
Volko, yeah.
comes and tells him about something.
He's like, hey, you gotta do some shit.
Or there's been something's happened, like your mom died. Oh,
His dad probably.
no, his dad's dead.
Yeah, at the beginning. But like that could be the starting factors. Like I think honestly we'll get a flashback sequence to him being told his dad's dead.
Oh, for sure. But what brings him to Atlantis
Oh, okay.
is his mentor, the guy that was supposed to take care of him and be his like Atlantean guardian angel and like look out for him and inform him of things, and he's disconnected from the whole world. Like he doesn't want to be an Atlantean actually. He's on land. And Volko comes and tells him about his mother's death.
I'm finding odd parallels to Thor in this.
Well,
Strange. I just thought of it. But from
the mom dying, but
No. Just like there's the challenge for the throne. Honestly, I'm seeing it more on Loki's side though, which is odd.
oh, dude, there Orm and Arthur are definitely Loki and Thor if you think about it.
Yeah, that's an interesting parallel. But
There's only so many types of stories, but I think that's how this story all gets kicked off.
I think so, yeah.
Is Volko comes and tells Arthur that Queen Atlanta.
Yes.
Wait, did I write that down wrong?
I don't know. It doesn't sound right.
I'm gonna re-look that up because it's the most. Atlanna.
Okay.
Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Atlanta. Definitely sounds like Atlanta, but whatever.
It's the most unoriginal name ever.
I mean,
we were talking about it earlier.
Like they.
Ugh.
Anyways.
We wonder why Aquaman gets made fun of.
Honestly.
But I
Not
think
anymore.
Orm kills her. Like secretly and like kind of in a shady way. And like
Possibly, yeah.
somebody sees it kind of thing.
Volko sees it, maybe nobody else does.
And he's scared to tell people because even Orm doesn't know or something like that.
Interesting. I don't know.
And then he has to go to Arthur and like tell him, but he can't tell. Arthur can't come out because then Volko would just be killed because he's the double agent.
Yeah, he has to. There has to be something. There has to be some driving action.
I'll say this about Volko real quick. I need to get some water here in a second. Got that cotton mouth. They got to do Willem Dafoe justice. They got to do that guy justice.
I'm sure they will. I mean, he's a good actor. I think he'll do justice on his own. I don't think they're gonna really fuck him over or anything.
Well, give him the part he deserves. Just like we were talking, like he deserves a good part in this movie because it's gonna make it better.
Yeah. So Mara, where does she start? Where do you think?
Well, they changed some things up, and I forget her dad's name in the movie, but he wasn't her dad. It was supposed to be her like what's it called? When you're arranged marriage, but instead now he's her dad.
I'm not tracking.
They changed up Mara's whole thing,
okay.
And I think she's promised to Orm to unite the seven.
I could see that.
And she doesn't want it to, but she doesn't like Arthur, but she has to reluctantly team up with Arthur.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not going to like each other. They're definitely going to... There's going to be some, like, hatred. I mean, she doesn't like humans. She doesn't like the land people. And he is very much so just he's not welcome on either. He's basically not welcome anywhere, so he's going to hate everywhere. He's very disgruntled.
Jason Momoa does that amazingly.
Oh, he does a great job of that.
I think Mara's going to be kind of... It'll be a reluctant start to their journey, which I've heard is totally like a pirate's like journey kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's them, though. It's not one or the other. Like we were talking in the pay gap, like she deserves... Like she's the co-star.
Yeah, it's going to be a story between the both of them. It's their story.
And it's called Aquaman, but it's Aquaman and Mara, but no one's going to want to go see it. Who cares? There's no point in putting that in there, right?
They'll do it for the sequel, maybe.
I hope
like
so.
Like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I hope so. I'm more excited to see the Wasp than Ant-Man.
Yeah, a little bit. But
so
the growth of their Black Manta.
Black Manta, the second villain.
Yep.
That helmet.
Yeah, I like it. I wanted it to be... I can't tell if it's the angle. I wanted it to be just... I think
it's the angle.
It might be the angle. I wanted it to just be a little wider. Like, just that... It needs to be a little more Stewie head shape, you know? Like...
I love that reference.
Yeah, as we were just watching Family Guy before this.
I agree. I think it might be a little bit of the helmet.
I think they've probably slimmed it down a little, which I'm fine with personally. But I just want a little more like that oval shape, you know?
What if it's the first one?
It could be the first one. It could be a prototype. I think they said something about it being a prototype.
And he's a pirate.
Yeah, something like that.
And I bet you he's just kind of obsessed with like Aquaman gets a hand over on him or a leg over on him, and or maybe I should say fin.
Yeah, honestly.
Because there's the scene or the picture where he's like releasing a whole bunch of water and he looks like he's on a submarine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Aquaman stops him from getting some Atlantean stuff. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Like...
It's going. I just couldn't see the...
Dylan got a little concerned. We turned down the volume this time just in case.
Yeah.
It was getting a little loud last time.
Yeah.
But I really do think it becomes like a revenge plot on... I'm close to the mic again.
Oh yeah,
it's really weird. I think it's a revenge plot on Black Manta's part, and then Orm kind of pushes him
in the right direction,
or he he's a bounty hunter kind of thing. Like
I could
like
see it.
I'll give you Atlantean things so you can make your stuff better.
Yeah,
And then he shows up with the real helmet.
that'd be cool. I think, I think it's gonna be some type of team up between the two of them at some point, whether it's not fully like we see them on screen together same time. I think it's just gonna be like they're working together in some way, shape, or form.
Do you think he gets away?
Yeah, I think
Black Manta.
I think they'll set him up to be the real villain of Aquaman 2. Honestly, like I think what's gonna happen is Orm's gonna be the one who bites the dust in this one, and then Arthur will be king, and then Black Manta is gonna come for him.
Like
in sequel, or
maybe a new villain, and he's
some type
the
of
henchman again.
a Legion of Doom movie, Suicide Squad 2, something like he'll show back up, guaranteed.
Black Manta.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah,
they
I
won't
hope
get rid
so.
of him. He's too good of a character to just get rid of. They're not gonna pull a Marvel
No,
and kill off their best villains. Whatever.
well, and that's why DC's better than Marvel, in my opinion. Is their villains stand above fully.
Their villains are better.
Yeah, they're actual characters where they can have their own comics. Like,
Yeah.
how many times has that happened in DC?
In Marvel.
No, I mean, like,
Oh, in DC. A lot. I mean, Deathstroke has his own comic series going on that I don't think they've canceled.
they have a whole Suicide Squad that's
Yeah.
all villains because they're so complex and so rounded.
Yeah.
They deserve to. They build.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of villain comics, but when you do, it's usually DC.
And Zod always gets killed. So, why was anybody surprised?
Zod never catches a break.
Like that's Superman's first.
But that's like a character that like can be killed off, and it's not the biggest deal. Like Zod needs to. Oh, I moved the mouse. Zod is one of those characters that can get killed off and is necessary for other parts of this. But Black Manta is not a character you can just kill off and be like, yeah, whoops.
Yeah, that's
He's needed.
yeah. Every DC character has their arch, and there's no getting rid of them. And I feel like Marvel, even sometimes in the comics, does it. Like, there's not like a definitive arch for characters like that, like other than Cap,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Thor, Loki, but then Loki is always switching sides. Anyways, okay. Thank you for pointing. Let's get to the Mera and Aquaman relationship and growth.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
you
made that really sexual.
I was like, how you said growth was
Hey, come on.
I think
Anyways.
they're obviously gonna start off not exactly liking each other. They're not gonna be too fond of each other, probably hate each other a little bit. There will be words, I'm sure.
It was obvious she was not fond of him.
Yeah, no, it was very obvious. I think he's honestly just kind of indifferent. I think he's so indifferent about every person that like he's just kind of like whatever, but I definitely think she's not gonna like him. Why would she, you know?
You mentioned, though, that Mera's going to become more human, and
Yeah.
Aquaman's going to become more Atlantean.
Yeah, Amber Heard came out and said
Okay.
in an interview about their characters developing in a way that Arthur's going to be more... Because honestly, Arthur is very human in the sense that, like, he probably won't act like the Atlanteans a lot. He's going to act more like a human. He likes to drink. He likes to party.
He dwells.
He dwells. He's pretty human. Yeah, he's brooding. But...
Atlanteans don't tend to do that.
Atlanteans are not going to be like him, whereas Amber Heard's going to learn... Or not Amber Heard. Amber Heard stated that Mera is going to learn to be like humans in a way, especially because I think she mentioned... she's going to be on land for part of the movie. I think a lot of the movie's going to take place on land, honestly.
I hope half and half.
I think half and half would make sense. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see them on land. We're going to see what's going on in Atlantis and kind of like back and forth. But we're going to see them both kind of grow and develop into these other opposite ends of that, what they're lacking from each other. And they're going to kind of learn that from each other.
I definitely see it. Like, I agree. Like, cold-heartedly. Like, and then... that's how movies go. Like, you got to think of the hero's journey, and growth is a part of the hero's journey. You have to get to a point where you feel like you have no hope, and then you find the hope again. And I found the symbolism between what Mara's wearing in those photos. In The Little Mermaid, hilarious though.
That is funny.
Like she is bright red hair.
Yeah.
She's got the outfit from Little Mermaid when she first comes on land.
I'm sure they'll make a joke to it.
I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so because I saw it immediately, and if they don't, it's gonna be the elephant in the room.
I mean, if anything, it's just an Easter egg. Like Easter eggs aren't meant to be out in the open and obvious, but
she's a mermaid out of water.
She's a mermaid out of water. No, I find that interesting, and I like that both characters are developing in that way because otherwise it is just an Aquaman movie and she's just a supporting character, whereas if both characters learn and grow from this, it's equal parts, and this really will be a movie for the both of them.
And I'm all about more the more there's better characters in a movie that are fully grown, the better the movie's gonna be.
Yeah.
Regardless, it'll be great because we have two fully grown characters instead of just one, and just a damsel in distress is old news.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I like that they're not going that route. She'll probably save his ass several times.
I hope so, but I hope at the end, because this is a good transition, he's going to be king. He'll be king at the end.
Probably.
And so
but
let's...
she'll be queen.
There we go. Hand in hand, and it's equal, because it's going to be equal growth.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the comics, it's shown a lot that Arthur honestly goes to Mara for a lot of stuff. Like, he goes to her for advice, just even asking what should I do, even saying, hey, you take the lead on this.
So I think by then they both become stronger, more understanding.
Yeah.
How about that gear? Is he getting upgrades throughout it?
I mean, okay, so we've seen pictures of him in some type of what looks like crab armor. Honestly, that's what I see.
That's dope.
Shells, crab armor. I don't know what it is. Some type of shell.
What if it's like a gladiator?
That's kind of what it's the look. It's kind of the look in it. I'm getting those vibes from it.
Think about it this way. Arthur shows up, and him and Orm have to gladiator in old school armor. And old school weapons.
I'm sure that's
from the deep, and they got crab armor.
You see him on land with it.
Okay, you ruined my fun.
Well, I'm just. It's not fun if it's not true, but
I don't believe that.
But I see.
Okay, go on.
But I see that happening. I see that. Not my favorite armor. I think it's temporary though. I feel like we always see stuff that's temporary, leaked set photos. I feel like any costume in it we see, it's temporary something, unless it's obvious. But I do want to know if we're getting classic comic accurate suit at the end or not, or at any point during it, or if it's referenced or something. I need to know.
You want that orange top?
I want bronze, orange kind of, and then a shiny,
and then
like a shiny. No, it wasn't.
It was kind of. It was gold.
It was gold. It was not.
And
bronze.
Then green bottoms.
It was.
Okay.
The color. Talk about them fixing colors and color coding or color correction. They could have done it way more with his, but whatever.
I bet you he gets his dad's armor.
That's probably
when
what it would end up being. Is it's probably the Kingswear, but. Yeah. I think we'll probably see it, or it'll be referenced in some way, shape, or form. But what about the trident?
I don't know.
Because it's an actual trident.
Where is it? That's my first question about
I think if Orm dies, that's how he's going to die, is by the trident.
I agree there. So, all right. I just thought of this.
Okay.
They're doing the trench in this. It's been confirmed. James Wan has pretty much said it. There's going to be cannibals, mermaid things. They eat anything underwater. They eat all the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
You don't go to the trench, and it's a deep thing.
Yeah. I bet parts of the movie are going to look scary.
Oh, I'm sure.
But go ahead.
I bet you the trident's under there. And Mara and Arthur have to go get it.
That'd be cool.
Oh, dude. I just
It'd be
thought
like
of this.
the king's old trident. You know, he lost it there. Blah blah blah. They have to retrieve it.
What if this whole story is about him getting
The trident, and
or
that's
relics like old armor, so that or something like.
Do we have like? Is there any type of description for the movie? I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, look that up. I think there is actually, but oh, dude,
Oh, okay. So Arthur Curry learns that he is the heir to the underwater kingdom of Atlantis, and must step forward to lead his people and to be a hero to the world. Okay, so it's equal parts. Like we're definitely getting like big
ooh,
like references to the fact that he needs to be a hero to the world and Kingdom of Atlantis.
Clue movie, like a Clue movie where they have to go find like clues to where national treasure for the trident.
Well, the big thing is like you talked about earlier, Orm is basically going to try and take over the land.
I think
he
he
land.
kills his mom.
But I think you get there's those cool little plot details. Yeah. But like, what's his big goal? I think it's to take over land or kill
Take over the world.
Take over the world. Etc. Land, kill the land people, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think he gets the trench on it because that's what he does in Throne for Atlantis.
Probably.
And I bet you the trident's down there. They had to find clues to get there, and that's why they had to go on land because there's old tales of where the trident was.
Is this you taking your bets? Like we did with Deadpool 2?
Oh, yeah.
Take your bets. Because
what should I bet?
Some of this is good. Some of it's far-fetched in my mind.
Well, it's just one. We have to do one.
Well, one? But think about it.
No, like
if you
the
do...
big, like, what is the thing? Juggernaut was my one in Deadpool.
You had a few. You had 3 in Deadpool.
What's the consequence one? The consequence one.
Consequence one? What the fuck are you talking about?
If I get it wrong, I have to do something.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been wrong yet. You haven't seen Solo.
You've done one.
No, I did Solo too, and I was right, by the way.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The whole movie was correcting Kessel Run.
Serious? Was it?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's all that movie was about.
Fucking course it was. Course it was.
Anyways,
I don't know. Write it down. What are you thinking your big one is? Because here's the deal.
I'll think about it. It'll be the last thing we do. Okay.
But here's the deal about the big one. If you make it so detailed and one little detail is wrong, you're still wrong. So
that's why I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. So think about it carefully. You could do a few, or you could do one. But your call.
All right. Anyways, I think the trident's coming, and that's how he wins it, and that's how he unites the 7. That's my thing. He gets the trident, and the trident is the reason he unites the 7 as the king. Okay. By the end. That is it.
Okay.
All right. That's my call. If I get it wrong, Dylan gets to choose something for me to do.
All right.
If you comment, you might get picked, though. And, all right, this is my one. James Wan directing something since The Conjuring. Like, this is, I believe, his first outing. He
third non-horror film, first superhero film.
Since he developed
that, I don't know. All I know is that it's his third, like...
What I'm excited is he just got done with The Conjuring and doing what he did with The Conjuring.
Let's find out.
That I'm deathly afraid of the water, man. If I'm not in a pool, I am so scared. Something touches my ankle, I'm screaming. Okay. You know?
So he's actually an executive producer on Swamp Thing, which fitting, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this is gonna be his first since then. Yeah. Since
he started The Conjuring.
Yeah.
And he destroyed those movies, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. I'm too much of
a
pussy.
They're good. No, they're good. They're really good. He worked on the Saw films.
Oh, he did Saw some?
He worked on the Saw films. I forgot what he did. He was a producer for Jigsaw and a couple of the other Saw. Actually, all of the Saw films. I think starting with 2.
Oh, dude. I'm kind of scared to go see Aquaman now.
And he was a writer for Saw 1.
I'm definitely scared to see Aquaman now.
I honestly think that if you're right about the trench, I think a lot of the movie I think a lot of it's going to be a little scary. Like, not like scary, but like I think his horror influences are going to be really nice because The ocean's fucking scary.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There's some deep, crazy shit down there. Like it's wild. The ocean scares the fuck out of me. You see some of the things that live down there. I think he's gonna do a great job.
I heard sea dragons.
That would be fucking cool.
Like big white sharks that are like horses.
That would also be fucking cool.
Like, I'm scared to see the movie because I know all the things that I'm scared about the ocean. I'm gonna see, and it's gonna be done well. Like, and I'm not scared to like it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be great.
So in terms of the fact that he's doing something new, because he's not just doing something new because it's his first thing since those movies, because he's directed other movies, but I want to know, like, he's directing a superhero movie. So do you think this is going to be very superhero, like, themed, or do you think this is going to feel different than that? Do you think it's going to feel like a superhero movie, or do you think it's going to feel like not a coming of age story, but like something like that? Like,
I think he's about to put out the first ever horror superhero movie, and he came into it with this thought: I have a chance to make a good movie about a character that can breathe underwater, and I'm gonna make it the best thing that I can, regardless of the name behind it. And I know what I'm good at, and I can bring out the scary or those feelings, that thrilling feeling that he knows how to bring out as that director that's done all these thrilling horror movies. Saw's not scary. It's its own thing.
it's like, it's complex.
Yeah, and I think that's how he's going to do it, just like he has in the past.
Yeah. I honestly don't want the tone to be too different in terms of Arthur's character. Like, I don't want it to be a super dark movie because obviously they're moving away from super dark, but I also don't want it to feel unbalanced.
I heard it's funny.
I could handle funny, I guess.
Like, funny? Oh, dude, funny, scary movie?
Yeah, I guess.
But not a...
Something to break the tension. Like,
Yeah.
I want something that I can laugh at, but not like... I don't want a stand-up sketch like Marvel movies.
I want to feel every emotion that I can.
Yeah.
Like Guardians 2, I felt every emotion possible.
Yeah, that movie made you laugh, it made you cry, it made you do everything. Like, honestly, they could have cut back on the jokes, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's Marvel at this point.
Marvel, like...
They're making comedies.
But if they could take a route similar to that, like, I just want it to feel real. I think that's something he's good at. I think that's the big thing he's taken away from making these horror movies is like...
He made them feel real, like you were there.
Yeah, he made them feel real. Like, he's really good at making something feel real. If anything, if this goes well, I could see him doing a lot more DC stuff. Like Swamp Thing, he's an executive producer.
That's great. That's
a
where it
really
needs
great
to be.
thing. Swamp Thing would be perfect.
Him and Jeff Johns?
Him and Jeff Johns will do... Well, Jeff Johns, we don't even...
Yep.
I can't believe we haven't done a video on that yet.
We'll do that. We'll do that one next.
Okay.
That'll be our next. We'll talk about the Jeff Johns transition.
Okay. Different video, but yeah.
I think though I'm super excited about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Theaters for sure.
Oh, theater for sure. Yeah.
Not Redbox.
No, this is not something you wait for. This is something you see opening day.
I think it's gonna be. Do you think it's on par with Wonder Woman? That'll be my last.
I think it'll be on par with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, 110%. I think it'll be on par, if not better.
I trust in Jason Momoa and James Wan at this point, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Well, this was the NerdPoint Show. You can follow me at mayhem_Ren.
And me at R2 Dylan.
And check us out on Twitter. Have a good one.